If you've ever said, "I'm not creative," and ruled yourself out of making art, this video is for you. Because acrylic pouring doesn't care about your drawing skills, your confidence, or your ideas of talent, it cares about physics. Acrylic pouring is a painting technique where fluid paint is poured onto a surface and allowed to move freely. Instead of controlling every detail, you set conditions and let the paint do the rest. That's why it looks complex but feels surprisingly easy. Let's clear something up right away. Acrylic pouring isn't about talent in the traditional sense. There is no anatomy to learn, no perspective rules, no perfect line to ruin the whole piece. What people call talent here is really just understanding how paint behaves. Once you understand that, the pressure disappears. First, viscosity. That's just how thick or thin the paint is. We use pouring medium to help different colors flow at similar speeds. When the balance is right, the paint moves together instead of turning muddy. Second, density. Some pigments are heavier than others. When heavier paint sits on top of lighter paint, gravity pulls it downward. That's how cells form. You're not painting them, you're letting physics reveal them. And finally, gravity. Tilting the canvas stretches the paint, blends the edges, and creates movement you can't fake with a brush. Here's why beginners pick this up quickly. There's no single moment where you mess it all up. If something feels off, you tilt again, you add another layer, you respond. That fast feedback loop is why people improve without realizing they're improving. The paint teaches you. Acrylic pouring also quiets overthinking. You're focused but not tense, present but not controlling. That's why people find it calming, almost meditative. When control loosens, creativity shows up. If you've been waiting to feel ready to make art, this might be your sign, not because acrylic pouring makes you an artist, but because it reminds you that creativity was never missing. It was just buried under too much control. If you want to learn acrylic pouring step by step, from materials to techniques to understanding why things work, subscribe to this channel. I'll be sharing tutorials, breakdowns, and real process, so making art doesn't feel intimidating anymore. Thanks so much for being here and watching. I hope you enjoyed. Have an amazing day.